Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. My name's Ellis and I'll be your host for today's quiz, which is all about Britain. We've got 100 questions for you today and they're all split up into categories. And at the end of the video, we would love you to let us know how many points you scored based on our Quiz Class awards. You can take a look at the grid there and see how many points will get you which award. So let us know at the end how you rank in the comments. Today's lineup then, we've got questions on literature, royal family, history, geography, culture, inventions, famous people, current affairs, cuisine, and music. So a wide range there of knowledge to hopefully suit everybody. But let's get started on some questions about literature. Question 1, good luck. What was Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice initially called? Impressions, Pride and Impressions, or First Impressions? I'll give you a clue. Impressions was in the title. The answer is First Impressions. 2. Which novel begins with the line, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times"? Is that A Tale of Two Cities, David Copperfield, or Oliver Twist? That is a line from A Tale of Two Cities. 3. Who is the author of the Harry Potter series? Is that J.K. Rowling, J.R.R. Tolkien, or C.S. Lewis? The answer is J.K. Rowling. Question 4. Which of the following plays was written by William Shakespeare? Pericles, Pygmalion, or Waiting for Godot? The answer is Pericles. 5. In which novel would you find the character of Mr. Darcy? Jane Eyre, Sense and Sensibility, or Pride and Prejudice? Mr. Darcy would be found in Pride and Prejudice. 6. Who wrote 1984 and Animal Farm? Was that J.D. Salinger, George Orwell, or H.G. Wells? The answer is George Orwell. 7. What is the title of J.R.R. Tolkien's famous fantasy trilogy? The Lord of the Rings, The Dark Tower, or His Dark Materials? The answer is The Lord of the Rings. 8. Who created the detective Sherlock Holmes? Ian Fleming, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, or Raymond Chandler? Sherlock Holmes, one of the most famous fictitious characters, was created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. 9. Which poet wrote The Rime of the Ancient Mariner? Or The Rime of the Ancient Mariner? Is it Percy Bysshe Shelley, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, or John Keats? The answer is Samuel Taylor Coleridge. 10. Which novel by Mary Shelley is considered the first science fiction novel? Dracula, Frankenstein, or The War of the Worlds? The answer is Dracula. Hope you enjoyed our literature section. We're now moving on to some questions about the royal family. Who is the father of the current monarch of the United Kingdom? Prince William, Prince Philip, or Prince Harry? Well, the current monarch is King Charles, his father, Prince Philip. 12. Which royal residence is the official London residence of the British monarch? Kensington Palace or Buckingham Palace? Which royal residence is the official London residence of the British monarch? The answer is Buckingham Palace. 13. Who was the longest reigning British monarch before Queen Elizabeth II? Queen Victoria, King Henry VIII, or King Edward VII? The answer is Queen Victoria. 14. Who is the eldest son of Queen Elizabeth II? Prince Charles, Prince Edward, or Prince Andrew? The answer is Prince Charles. 15. Which royal couple got married on April 29th, 2011? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, Prince William and Kate Middleton, or Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank? The answer is Prince William and Kate Middleton. 16. What title was given to Prince Philip, husband of Queen Elizabeth II? Was he the Duke of Edinburgh, Duke of York, or Duke of Sussex? The answer is Duke of Edinburgh. 17. Which of the following is not a child of Queen Elizabeth II? Prince Philip, Prince Andrew, or Princess Anne? Prince Philip is not a child of Queen Elizabeth II. Question 18. Which royal was known as the People's Princess? Princess Beatrice, Princess Diana, or Princess Margaret? The People's Princess. Who was that? The answer is, of course, Princess Diana. Question 19 now. Who succeeded Queen Victoria on the British throne? Was that King Edward VII, King Edward VI, or King Edward V? The answer is King Edward VII. 20. Who was the first British monarch to celebrate a Sapphire Jubilee? Queen Elizabeth I, George VI, or Queen Elizabeth II? Who was the first British monarch to celebrate a Sapphire Jubilee? The answer is Queen Elizabeth II. Our next questions are going to be all about British history. Who was the first Norman King of England? William the Conqueror, Edward the Confessor, or Harold II? The answer is William the Conqueror. 22. In which year did the Battle of Hastings take place? 1485, 1066, or 1415? The answer is 1066. Question 23. Which document signed in 1215 limited the power of the English monarch? The Magna Carta, the Act of Settlement, or the Petition of Right? The answer is the Magna Carta. Who was the British Prime Minister during World War I? Was it Anthony Eden, David Lloyd George, or Clement Attlee? The answer is David Lloyd George. 25. Which British monarch was known as the Virgin Queen? Queen Elizabeth I, Queen Elizabeth II, or Queen Elizabeth III? The answer is Queen Elizabeth I. 26. The English Civil War was fought between the Royalists and which group? The Roundheads, the Jacobites, or the Puritans? It was between the Royalists and the Roundheads. 27. Which Act of Parliament united the Kingdom of Great Britain and the Kingdom of Ireland? Was it the Reform Act, 1832, the Act of Union, 1800, or the Act of Settlement in 1701? The answer is Act of Union, 1800. Who led the Norman conquest of England? William the Conqueror, Richard the Lionheart, or Henry II? And we're on question 28. The answer is William the Conqueror. 29. What year did the Great Fire of London occur? 1665, 1668, or 1666? The answer is 1666. 30. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Mary Robinson, Margaret Thatcher, or Angela Merkel? The first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom was Margaret Thatcher. Next, our topic is geography. Some questions about British geography. What is the capital city of Scotland? Is it Edinburgh, Aberdeen, or Glasgow? The answer is the stunning city of Edinburgh. 32. Which river is the longest in the United Kingdom? River Thames, River Severn, or River Clyde? The answer is the River Severn. Question 33. Which mountain is the highest peak in the UK? Snowdon, Helvellyn, or Ben Nevis? The answer is Ben Nevis. 34. In which county is Stonehenge located? I'll repeat that. In which county is Stonehenge located? Is it Somerset, Wiltshire, or Kent? Stonehenge is in Wiltshire. 35. Which body of water separates Great Britain from Ireland? The Irish Sea, the Celtic Sea, or the North Sea? The answer is the Irish Sea. What is the capital city of Wales? Cardiff, Bangor, or Swansea? What is the capital city of Wales? The answer is Cardiff. Question 37. Which island is the largest in the British Isles? Anglesey, Great Britain, or Isle of Wight? Hope you're keeping up so far. We're on question 37. In our geography category, the answer is Great Britain. 38 now. Which national park is located in northern England and known for its lakes and mountains? Is that the Lake District, Dartmoor, or the Yorkshire Dales? The answer is Lake District. 39. What is the southernmost point of mainland Britain? Lizard Point, Beachy Head, or Beachy Head? You've got two options of Beachy Head there. Will you be swayed by going with one of them, or will you just go with our Lizard Point as that first option? That's your answer, Lizard Point. Well done if you got that one right. Question 40. What is the largest city in Northern Ireland? Is it Newry, Belfast, or Londonderry? The largest city in Northern Ireland is Belfast. The answer is Belfast. On to some questions about culture now. British culture, the little amount we have. Here's question 41. Which British festival is known for its music, mud and camping? Glastonbury Festival, Hay Festival or Notting Hill Carnival? Which is known for its music, mud and camping? The answer is Glastonbury Festival. 42. What is the national dish of the United Kingdom? Shepherd's pie, chicken tikka masala or fish and chips? The national dish of the United Kingdom is a chicken tikka masala. 43. Which British author created the famous character James Bond? Was that Ian Fleming, Arthur Conan Doyle? Which do you think? Ian Fleming or Arthur Conan Doyle? The answer is Ian Fleming. 44. Which event takes place annually on the second Saturday in June to celebrate the Queen's official birthday? Trooping the Colour, Changing of the Guard, or the Chelsea Flower Show? The answer is the Chelsea Flower Show. 45. Which British artist is known for creating the album cover for the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band? Peter Blake, Tracy Emin. Which one do you think? The answer is Peter Blake. Question 46. What is the traditional English afternoon tea typically composed of? Tea, sandwiches and scones, tea, cheese and crackers, or coffee, cake and biscuits? Traditional English afternoon tea typically composes of a tea, sandwiches and scones. Which British comedian is known for the character Mr. Bean? Is it Ricky Gervais, John Cleese or Rowan Atkinson? Mr. Bean, which British comedian is known for that character? The answer is Rowan Atkinson. 48. What is the name of the British national anthem? God Save the King or Queen, Land of Hope and Glory, or Jerusalem? The British national anthem is called God Save the King or God Save the Queen. Which British fashion designer is known for the punk fashion movement? Vivienne Westwood, Mary Quant, or Stella McCartney? The answer is Vivienne Westwood. 50. What is the title of the annual boat race between the universities of Oxford and Cambridge? The Oxbridge Regatta, the boat race, or the varsity boat race? The answer is the boat race. And we're halfway through this quiz. We're now moving on to some questions about inventions. Question 51. Who is credited with inventing the World Wide Web? Tim Berners-Lee, Mark Zuckerberg, or Bill Gates? The answer is Tim Berners-Lee. 52. Which British scientist developed the theory of evolution by natural selection? Michael Faraday, Charles Darwin, or James Clerk Maxwell? The answer is Charles Darwin. 53. Who invented the steam engine in 1698? Thomas Savery, Richard Trevithick, or James Watt? The answer is Thomas Savery. 54. Which British inventor created the first practical telephone? Was that Nikola Tesla, Alexander Graham Bell, or Nikola Tesla? Again, you've got two of those options there. Is it going to sway you? It shouldn't, because the answer is Alexander Graham Bell. 55. What did John Logie Baird invent in 1925? Television, phonograph, or radio? The answer is television. Question 56. Who is credited with inventing the jet engine? Robert Hooke, Frank Whittle, or George Cayley? The jet engine is credited to Frank Whittle. 57. Penicillin, discovered in 1928 by Alexander Fleming, is one of the most commonly used broad-spectrum what? Antibiotics, cough syrup, or antibacterial? Penicillin. The answer is antibiotics. 58. Who invented the modern flushing toilet in the 16th century? Joseph Bramah, John Harrington, or Alexander Cumming? The modern flushing toilet in the 16th century was invented by John Harrington. Thank you very much to him. 59. Which British invention helped decode the German Enigma machine during World War II? The bomb, the Turing machine, or the Enigma replica? Well, it was Alan Turing with the bomb. 60. Who invented the first practical electric motor in 1821? Humphrey Davy, Michael Faraday, or William Sturgeon? The answer is Michael Faraday. Next up, we've got some questions about famous people. Good luck. Which British physicist developed the theory of general relativity? Michael Faraday, Stephen Hawking, or Albert Einstein? The answer is Stephen Hawking. 62. Who was the first British woman to win a Nobel Prize in Literature? Agatha Christie, Doris Lessing, or Virginia Woolf? The answer is Doris Lessing. 63. Which British singer was known as the Queen of Soul? Adele, Jane Austen, or Dusty Springfield? The answer is Dusty Springfield. 64. Who was the British Prime Minister during the Falklands War? Margaret Thatcher, David Cameron, or Tony Blair? During the Falklands War, the British Prime Minister was Margaret Thatcher. 65. Which British actor played James Bond in 7 films? Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig, or Roger Moore? The answer is Roger Moore. 66. Which British artist painted the famous work, The Hay Wain? Was it John Constable, William Blake, or J.M.W. Turner? The Hay Wain was painted by John Constable. 67. Who was the first British astronaut to go to space? Was it Piers Sellers, Helen Sharman, or Tim Peake? The first British astronaut to go to space was Helen Sharman. Which British monarch had the longest reign before Queen Elizabeth II? Was it Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth I, or King George III? The correct answer is Queen Victoria. Question 69. Who is the British theoretical physicist known for his work on black holes and author of A Brief History of Time? Stephen Hawking, Brian Cox, or Brian Cox? Who is the British theoretical physicist known for his work on black holes and author of A Brief History in Time? The question is Stephen Hawking. 70. Which British author created the character Harry Potter? C.S. Lewis, J.K. Rowling, or J.R.R. Tolkien? The answer is J.K. Rowling. If your memory is good, you'll remember from earlier in the quiz, we had a Harry Potter question there too. We now move on to some questions though about current affairs. Which significant challenge is the UK facing in 2024? Immigration policies, healthcare reforms, or climate change? The answer is climate change. What major political event is expected to occur in the UK in 2024? Scottish independence vote, general election, or new Prime Minister election? It's not just expected to occur, it has now occurred, and it was the general election. 73. What sector is seeing a notable increase in incidents related to piracy and security threats in 2024? Maritime shipping, road freight, or aviation? The answer is maritime shipping. 74. What was the percentage of businesses that reported trading in late July 2024? 93%, 94%, or 95%? Tough question this. Do you know the answer? It is 95%. Very well done if you got that one right. On to question 75. Which two Southeast Asian countries are highlighted as facing strong pressure from the PRC in 2024? Thailand and Singapore, Malaysia and Indonesia, or Vietnam and Philippines? The answer is Vietnam and Philippines. 76. What is the UK government's main fiscal dividing line in climate policy for the 2024 election? I'll repeat. What is the UK government's main fiscal dividing line in climate policy for the 2024 election? Is it green project investment, defence budget, or healthcare spending? The answer is green project investment. What percentage of businesses reported that they were able to get the goods or services they needed from within the EU in July 2024? 34%, 33%, or 32%? This is obviously in the backlash of Brexit. The answer, though, is 33%. Which area of policy is the UK focusing on for further development to reach net zero emissions? Home cooling decarbonisation, home heating decarbonisation, or home decarbonisation? The answer is home heating decarbonisation. 79. What has caused challenges for businesses selling goods or services to other UK nations? Transport costs, labour shortages, or political instability? The answer is transport costs. 80. What is the status of the UK's energy prices in early 2024? Volatile, decreasing, or increasing? The answer is decreasing. Now we're going to move on to some questions about cuisine. British cuisine. What is traditionally served with fish and chips? Tartar sauce, tomato sauce, or mustard sauce? So if I'm ordering fish and chips, I will always have with it some tomato sauce, but you're traditionally supposed to have tartar sauce. The answer is tartar sauce. What are the main ingredients in a traditional British shepherd's pie? Lamb and rice, lamb and potatoes, or lamb and mutton? The answer is lamb and potatoes. 83. What is the primary ingredient in black pudding? Black rice, beef blood, or pig's blood? The primary ingredient in black pudding is pig's blood. Black pudding is usually involved in a full English breakfast. What is a traditional dessert from the British county of Devon? Devonshire cream cake, Devonshire cream tea, or Devonshire tea? What is a traditional dessert from the British county of Devon? The answer is Devonshire cream tea. What type of dish is bubble and squeak? Fried leftover rice, fried leftover crisps, or fried leftover vegetables? Bubble and squeak can basically be anything, however it's usually fried leftover vegetables. Which British dish traditionally includes kidneys? Steak and kidney pie, toad in the hole, or Lancashire hot pot? Well, the clue may just be in the name for this one. It is steak and kidney pie. 87. What is a banger in British cuisine? Is it a dessert? Is it a sausage? Or a type of fish? Well, if for dinner you're having bangers and mash, you're having sausage and potato. The answer is a sausage. What is the main ingredient in a Cornish pasty? Beef, pork, or chicken? You can have just about anything in a pasty, but a traditional Cornish pasty is beef. 89. What is haggis traditionally made from? Potatoes, sheep's heart, liver and lungs, or ground beef? The answer is sheep's heart, liver and lungs. 90. What is a common accompaniment for roast beef in a traditional British Sunday roast? Rice, pasta, or Yorkshire pudding? If you're having roast beef for your Sunday roast, it's traditional to have a Yorkshire pudding too. For our final 10 questions, they're all going to be about British music. Which British band is known for the hit song Bohemian Rhapsody? The Rolling Stones, Queen, or Led Zeppelin? The answer is Queen. 92. Who is the lead singer of the band Coldplay? Damon Albarn, Tom York, or Chris Martin? The answer is Chris Martin. 93. Which British artist released the album 21 in 2011? Adele, Amy Winehouse, or Florence Welch? The answer is Adele. 94. Which British band was famously part of the British invasion of the 1960s? The Kinks, the Beatles, or the Cure? The answer is the Beatles. Question 95. Which British musician is known for the song Rocket Man? Elton John, Rod Stewart, or David Bowie? Rocket Man is a song by Elton John. 5 questions left. Question 96. Who was the lead guitarist of the Rolling Stones? Jeff Beck, Keith Richards, or Jimmy Page? The lead guitarist of the Rolling Stones is Keith Richards. 97. Which British girl group had a hit with Wannabe in 1996? Was it the Spice Girls, All Saints, or Sugar Babes? The answer is Spice Girls. 98. Which British artist sang Shape of You? Was it Tom Odell, Ed Sheeran, or Sam Smith? Shape of You was a song released by Ed Sheeran. 99. Which British band released the album Dark Side of the Moon? Pink Floyd, Genesis, or The Who? One of the most famous album covers in history. The answer is Pink Floyd. And question 100. Which British musician was a member of the band Genesis before his solo career? Mark Knopfler, Phil Collins, or Sting? The answer is Phil Collins. Here's a bonus question. Which British artist is known for the hit song Someone Like You? Let us know the answer in the comments below. And whilst you're there, you can let us know how many points you scored, because that is the end of our quiz. Look at our quiz class Einstein rewards. Are you a champion, master, enthusiast, apprentice, or explorer? Look at that score between 0 and 100 and let us know in the comments. Thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified on all of our upcoming videos. My name's Ellis and I've been your host today. Thanks a lot for playing. There are quizzes uploaded that you can try right now with Quiz Class. For now though, have a great rest of your day and we'll see you next time.